And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. A Sunday afternoon with the NBA here on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our reporter tonight on the sideline, David Aldridge. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Julius Randle.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. And for the Nuggets, they've got Trey Mann, Nicholas Claxton out there with Wingate, and it's McNeely in at the 3, the small forward. 4 on the shot clock. The second chance effort. It's another look. Good defense by Claxton. Here's McNeely. Now Mann. Pass to Claxton. Beyond the arc. Strother, no good. Trailblazers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks. I caught up with Chris Finch. He noted how much extra film they're watching heading into this, and one guy that jumped out at them was Kristaps Porzingis. He said scoring over that guy is a challenge. It's not just the size, it's how well he positions himself. And he's a patient shot blocker. He waits for you to make your move. We'll see how they approach it. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Denver able to drain the 3. It's the final game of the regular season, Greg. It's time to look ahead for most teams.
And for some, that's looking towards the playoffs, right? Others, it's looking to the offseason, but don't look too far down the road just yet. We've got a game to play.
Here's McNeely. Portland making their last shot. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Drops in the breakaway layup.
It almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
Inside. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Really hard to guard Porzingis, especially when he's moving like this in the screen and roll.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
Now at the numbers for Porzingis. He's really stood out for them over the past month, averaging about 11 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. Even though his numbers have been more than solid, I think he'll want to step his game up to another level.
Yeah, and you know, on paper, those numbers are terrific. Most players would be thrilled with those numbers, but as good as they are, I know this guy expects more of himself.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Here's Strother. He had 15 points last out. Porzingis with the block.
When a guy has a 7'6" wingspan like Porzingis does, it's just tough to get away from him or get by him. That allows him to block a lot of shots.
And here are the Nuggets now, trailing by 2. Mann gets the bucket.
Well, I'm not sure how that one found the bottom of the net, but hey, you take it when it comes.
Trailblazers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. It's Bledsoe on the wing. Portland moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Shakur with the fadeaway. Rebound by the Nuggets.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
Man passes to Claxton. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
His first personal foul.
You know what? Nice job there on the attack at the rim, drawing the contact.
And from a defensive standpoint, a good foul to save the dunk there.
For Portland, they won their last contest, that game against the Denver Nuggets.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. In last game, their bench came alive.
Man with it, guarded by Bledsoe. Porzingis with the rebound.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
And Bledsoe has it in the corner. Buries it from three-point range. Bledsoe's got 5 now.
That's a terrific play and a good sign. This team needs Porzingis to facilitate as well as score the ball.
Into the lane. Porzingis with the block.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
Bledsoe outside. Throws it up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off.
Boy, both ends of that play, guys, were fantastic.
Timeout.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout, looking for a breather, and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Trailblazers making a switch here. Portis has checked in. Portis against Wingate. There's the triple. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Last time they met was in Portland this season.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
Clearly, that was the overriding factor. A double-digit advantage on the boards. They just pounded them inside.
5 on the clock. Here's Shakur, and the rejection by Claxton. And there's the shot clock. Violation, couldn't get the shot off in time. But the Nuggets trailed by 3. Pass to Man. Good on the triple. 5 points in the game.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Bledsoe right side. Claxton with the steal.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Man with it. He has 5. They swipe it.
How about the reaction time on that pass? Quick. And what good work there to get in the way of it.
Six to shoot. The 19-footer is on the money. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
From outside the arc, Bledsoe with the rebound.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter. Already his 2nd foul. He's in danger of getting into serious foul trouble early in this game.
Blacks checked in for Trey Mann. Pass to McNeely. No good with the layup. For Portland, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter.
Denver foul. McNeely. That's his first personal foul. First team foul. Nuggets foul. That's his first personal foul.
Portland shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys. Already a very confident player, knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Pass to Wingate. Here's Strother. For the three. He can't hit that time.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here is Shakur. Nothing on the board. Banked in off the glass. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
The Nuggets moving the ball around. Here's Strother. Good on the three-point shot.
And not the tightest D right there. And he's going to punish you if you give him that much space. That three-point shot is his bread and butter.
Several teams changing it up here. Let's take a look at the teams that have done a great job of converting turnovers into points since the All-Star break. Number 5, the Nuggets.
Both of these teams love to feast off turnovers, and we've really seen
Portland leading by 3. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Here's Shakur. Lays it up off the glass.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Tries from 10. Mann gets the bucket. Mann's got 7 points in the game.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
You know, guys, if they're inside, that shot probably gets blocked. But from mid-range, I mean, he's able to get it off over the bigger defender there.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Nick Claxton. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations.
Now, Mann, he has 7, just 5 to shoot. Randall no good. Here is Shakur. It's good from long range. 9 points in the game so far.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Pass to Strother. Offline with his 3. Trailblazers leading by 8. Here is Shakur. Wide open. And Portland again with the bucket.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Black off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Here is Shakur. Clock at 6. Screen by Porzingis. A basket by Shakur.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Chris Wingate. 14 points from him the last game again. Claxton against Porzingis. On the wing, man. And again, Denver no good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Sinks the triple. He's got 16.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Pass to Wingate. Back to man. Here's Strother. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. The Nuggets with another miss.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Portland moving the ball around. They set the pick. Near the three-point line, it's Bledsoe. Nice open look, but it's no good.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Bangs home the trifecta. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. And the Nuggets making a change here. Blacks checked in. Trailblazers making a switch here. Going inside. Here is Shakur. Fires top of the key, and he hits the jumper for 2.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, if you want to win, of course, playing both ends of the floor is essential. Former Defensive Player of the Year Draymond Green says, we've seen teams for years make the mistake of thinking they can put a great offense out there and win. You run up against a team that's just competent offensively, but they play defense, you're going to lose. Kevin?
Got the 1-2 punch as Draymond talks about. Man, that is something tough to get by. DA thanks. Out to the right wing. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. 8 points for him.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Here's McNeely. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's his third.
And Clark, if you look at the NBA's draft combine, prospects now required to participate in drills and in other testing to be eligible for selection.
I like that, Kevin. I really do. I mean, it's part of being a professional. You can't just opt out of things because your agent says you should or you don't feel like it. This is a professional business, so there should be some standards and accountability. And I think it goes hand in hand with the push for parity. It ensures equal access to the information that will enable all teams to make informed decisions on draft day. So I like it. I really do.
But sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing. On that possession, they were all over him on the perimeter.
And Denver has possession. A 12-point game. Off target at the rim.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Pass to Kamare. 5 on the clock.
2 minutes.
It's rebounded by McNeely.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Trailblazers.
The defense has been giving them plenty of mid-range jumpers, and they've been making them pay for that mistake.
You also have to admire how they've challenged the defense inside, getting a lot of points in the paint.
That's good. A tough shooting night. He's 2 for 8 and looking for more.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
Here is Shakur. Porzingis at the elbow. Plenty of space. Good. He hits the jump shot. Porzingis has got 7.
I think you've got to run Porzingis off of his shots. I mean, you can't let him get comfortable because he'll knock him down.
29 seconds left in the second quarter. Black, no good. Portland leading by 17. 17 seconds left in the first half of the game. Over to the wing. Lets it fly from 18.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
And so it's Portland out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Welcome, everybody.
You can do everything else, but if you don't take care of the boards, you're, well, you know what I'm going to say.
Your goose is cooked? And now on to the injury rundown. This team trying to fight through some missing pieces.
The Nuggets are struggling with the injury problems. With Hero out of the mix, they lose production, but also just his energy on the floor. Replacing that, I don't know how they're going to do it.
Yeah, you look up and down this roster, who is up to the test?
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. The Nuggets trail by 17. Wingate is out there with Nicholas Claxton. Then it's Trey Mann. And it's McNeely in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Here's Strother. Traps in the tray. Strother's got 9.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Pass to Bledsoe. Rebound by the Nuggets. Claxton's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Here's Strother. And again, Denver with the triple.
Boy, he's doing everything he can at this point. The rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
Here's Shakur. And a little luck that time, but it drops. 25 points in the game.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Claxton finds Mann. Shot clock at 6. Out to the wing. Here's Strother. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Shakur passes to Porzingis. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Goes up on the high post. Rebound by Wingate.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Strother, no good.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Here is Shakur. Free throws, such an important part of the game. Here are the league leaders in that department. 3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
And with his percentage at 87, he's done just about everything they could have asked when it comes to free throw shooting.
You know, there's been some improvement in his free throw shooting this year. His percentage has taken a little jump compared to last season.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And timeout. Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Now a chance to take a look at some numbers for him.
And guys, his effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. He'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
Back to man. Pass to Claxton. Here's Strother. Fires for 3. It's no good. He is 4 for 10 in the game. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk.
Guys, I tell you, there are assists, and then there are delicious dimes. This was the last.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Porzingis at the elbow. Outside for Bledsoe. Good! Another from 3.
And that last 3 now ties him for the franchise record for most in a season. You know he's looking for that next one.
You talk about being locked in all year long. Next one sets the franchise record. What a season it's been for him. Here's Strother. And he can't answer back the 3-pointer offline. Portland leading by 19 points. Here's Shakur, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. The Trailblazers have been at their finest 4 at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
Taking 2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Denver's gotten the 3-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Pass to Wingate. Here's McNeely. Man with it. 7 points in the game. And he just hasn't been able to get it going. Here's Shakur. And that one drops for him. He's got 31.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Pass to Strother. To end the run, the Nuggets with another miss. Portland leading by 23. Now here's Bledsoe. Here is Shakur. Shoots from 12. And it's Denver with the rebound. Claxton's got 6 rebounds in the game. And Wingate gets it to go. Wingate's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Out to the right wing. A 3-pointer off the mark.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
Away team foul.
Julius Randle's checked in for the Nuggets. Portis, he's checked in for the Trailblazers.
Substitution on the court.
And so here's Denver. Here's Randle from 13 feet. It goes down.
You know, Randle has a nice package. He's got a good touch, good mechanics, and he's a capable mid-range shooter.
Shakur passes to Portis. Right wing. 5 to shoot. And it's in there. He's got 10.
Assisted.
The Nuggets trail by 21. Pass to Randle. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here.
Nuggets fault.
Portland on defense. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Bobby Portis.
Boy, the creative finishing ability of Randle draws a lot of fouls.
The line for Denver. Julius Randle. 2 shots.
Both free throws good from Randle. Portland leading by 19 points. Pass to Bledsoe. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Shot clock at 5. Randle grabs the board. And Randle has got the ball here for the Nuggets. Now, man. For 3. McNeely shot is off. Pass to Portis. Here is Shakur. Portis the screen. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. 33 points for him.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And let's quickly take a look at some stats for Julius Randle. How his last 10 games have gone. He's putting up about 8 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And always nice to have a guy like him who can really defend at a high level coming off the bench.
You know, when you can sub in a lockdown defender, that's a major plus.
Johnson's checked in for Denver. Black comes in for Trey Mann. A basket by Shakur.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Here's McNeely. 7 points in the game. Strother, no good.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Snatched away. Here's Black. He's got 5. Porzingis with the block. And he's able to get it back. Johnson. It's rebounded by Portis. Portland leading by 21. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
First in free throw shooting. And they're in the top third.
They set the pick. He lobs it up.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
On the court for the Trailblazers. Randle right side. 6 on the shot clock. Unloads. The good-looking shot from the wing.
Taking it himself, Randle changes who he is when the jumper goes in.
Caruso looking for an opening. Pass to Kamare. To the right side. Here's Shakur. Denver grabs the miss. Now, man. Here's Black. Johnson right side. Pass to man. Oh, good with the triple.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Here is Shakur. A special move before the shot. 37 points for him.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
Randall kicks to Johnson. It's Black in the corner. Pass to man. And here's Johnson outside. Sinks the three-pointer. Johnson's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Nuggets.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Here is Shakur. Caruso, the pass to Shakur. Out to the right wing. Here's the three. And it's Denver with the rebound.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Man finds Randall. Back to man. Trying to get open is Randall. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First team foul.
Yeah, good job to take it right at
Yeah, really left him no choice there. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
Porzingis kicks to Bledsoe. Pulls from the top of the key. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Porzingis with the steal. Knocks it loose. Here's Strother. Pass to man. Here is Wingate. Fires from deep. McNeely, good.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Here is Shakur. 6 to shoot. Bledsoe passes to Shakur. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. He's got 39.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey guys, I listened in on what Chris Finch was talking about with his players. Well, coach is frustrated with his guys. He let them know that the turnovers have to stop. He begged them to take better care of the ball. We'll see if they heeded the message. Kevin?
Thanks so much, David.
And they've controlled the boards, and that's a big reason why they're controlling the lead.
Yeah, they brought the sandpaper edge to their attack, really fighting and scrapping inside. A lot of grit and grind with these guys.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
He got in good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for Portland.
They've been so aggressive getting out on shooters all game long. Nothing's getting past this defense, and that, to me, has been impressive.
How about the ball hawking defensively, moving their feet, anticipating, and then also coming up with steal.
Pass to Strother. Fires the three. Hits the three-point bomb. McNeely's got 6 in the quarter.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
Well, you know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
screen by Claxton. Pass to McNeely. Over Bledsoe. McNeely shot is off.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
That's his first personal foul. 13 foul.
The Nuggets trail by 17. We've seen the league, Clark, crack down on physical play more and more over time.
You know, I think in general that's a good trend and direction and change. The game was extremely physical and rugged in the early 80s and even into the early mid-90s. But things change, and I think the change is for the better. It's about player safety and protecting players. So I think it's a good thing overall.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Trailblazers.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And it's pretty incredible when you look at the body of work this year, guys. I mean, when they hit 70 wins, we were astounded. And then now, the wins continuing to pile up in what's been truly a remarkable and special season.
And their dominance continues, guys, as they sweep the season series. For